how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgiman and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about Chainsaw Man chapter 189. So, what do you think about this week's chapter? To be honest, I love this week's chapter. I thought this week's chapter was hilarious and a very freaky chapter, to say the least. We see a lot of questionable things once again by Fujimoto, which I'm all for. I love his type of humor, and Denji, a little freak. Just from the thumbnail alone, you guys could tell. But in all seriousness, I thought that this chapter was great in building up once again the confrontation with the Agent Devil and the rest of the crew, you know, Yoshida, Asa, and Denji. And I like how pretty much how we see this big action sequence towards the end of the chapter that leads up to what's going to be, you know, in the next chapter, which I'm very excited for. Now, before I go any further with this week's chapter, I just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my Chainsaw Man, as well as all my anime and manga content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into this week's chapter. So this week's chapter starts off in a pretty precarious situation where we see that it's picking up from where we left off last time, which was Yoshida asking Denji if he can put his arm in his mouth. And yeah, that's what happens exactly. The second the chapter starts, we see Yoshida putting his arm inside of Denji's mouth. And something that I did theorize did happen, which was the reason that Yoshida was doing that is because he wants to be able to activate his devil contracts in the real world, because he saw that pretty much once Denji digests something, it's kind of like a portal in the sense that it's able to transfer that body part or whatever to the real world. And that's what we see play out in the beginning of the chapter, where we see Yoshida, using his octopus devil to try to attack the agent devil, and it fails. Nothing really happens because obviously the agent devil is way stronger than whatever the octopus devil was doing. So the octopus devil got bodied, and even Yoshida's like, wow, this is no good at all. And this is the moment where we see, as all this is going down, that pretty much Asa, she puts her hand in there and goes for a bang, using the same technique that Yoshida was doing, but it did not work because obviously she can't see, so she can't get a clean hit. So that really affected her performance in that regard. And we see that pretty much as that happens, the agent devil dodges it, or she just completely misses, whatever. And this is where, Yoru starts thinking, you know what? Screw this. Let me get inside you, boy. I know, questionable behavior. We see that literally Denji proceeds to start eating Asa up. Pause. He's trying to eat the booty, and we see that in this panel where we see Denji starts literally eating Asa because Asa's shoving herself down Denji's throat. Once again, pause. And we see that she's able to go inside of the domain of the agent devil. However, the agent devil comes to pair, and the second that she sticks her head to the real world, the agent devil is ready for it, and the agent devil just goes bang. And that was great. I thought that was a great callback / some irony in Yoru's part, her big powerful move, the bang, all that, turn it on its head, and she gets hit by the agent devil's attack, and she automatically comes back to the dimension of the agent devil, where Yoshida and Denji are, and she starts freaking out like, no. And the second we see her face, she looks hideous. She looks like she aged up, and like her face is all distorted and saggy and all that, because the agent devil did age her up. And at least in the real world. But then when she came to the agent devil, my bad, in the real world that happened, and then when that happened, she went to the agent devil world once again, and that's where we see that everything's fine and dandy. The effects of what happened in the real world were not affected in the agent devil world, because devil attacks are not efficient in that world. It's his own little domain. And we see that she's back to normal. She's like, oh, my beauty, how dare this agent devil affect my beauty? Because then at one point she asks Denji and Yoshida, like, am I beautiful? Is my beautiful face back? And Yoshida's like, yep. And then Denji's like, yeah, you're cute. Like, my man's are trying to rizz her up. But in a serious note, we see that as all that is happening, that the agent devil starts kind of like trolling them in a regard where she's like, wow, all of this, and y'all like don't really get a hit on, like, man, y'all suck, bro. Like, it's kind of futile, you're just stacking up the body count, like, it really doesn't matter. Because we see that, as Denji was trying to fight the agent devil earlier, nothing's really being accomplished at the time being, because the agent devil is just, constantly, healing itself, or, kind of, because of the contract of the public safety, Pochita might be able to, like, slash it over and over and over again, but at the end of the day, there's no real results, because nothing really is happening. It's kind of like a standstill where my man has, like, some unlimited HP glitch going on, while Pochita is just, the same thing in the regard that Denji keeps eating all these trees, but it's more of a battle of the unstoppable object versus the unmovable object. So it's kind of like that going down right now. There's a standstill, and as all that is happening, you know, like I said, the agent devil's just kind of chilling. He's like, wow, this is futile, just give up. And a very crazy thing happens where we see that we cut back to a person walking in. It looks like someone's walking into the room, and that somebody happens to be Fumiko. Now, this was trippy, and I have a theory of what might be going on right now, where we see that, you know, as the agent that was there in the room, Fumiko's body's in the floor. You know, she's near death. You know, she gave her like large intestine or something, and she's like in the brink of death. And we see that there's a Fumiko standing up. It's like, oh, I'm pretty like hardy, aren't I? Like, I haven't died yet. And my theory is that this might be like Fumiko's like soul or something regarding that, or who knows, because we literally see two Fumikos, one in the floor dying and the other one standing up. And I'm starting to believe, like, okay, there's two theories here. Either A, Fumiko's something regarding like a devil, like is she like a cloning devil or something? I don't know. That's really wild out there. She could also be like the death devil. I mean, that could be a crazy theory. I don't think so, but it could either be something along the lines like maybe it's herself, like her soul, or you know, the agent devil might be seeing her because she's near death, or who knows, whatever the case is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, you know, development in this week's chapter. Like, do you have any theories of what my Fumiko might be? Is she a devil? Was it literally just like her inner thoughts that the agent devil was seeing, or like her soul reaching to the agent devil? Similar to like when Himeno was consumed by the ghost devil, how Himeno was still inside of her. Is it something regarding like maybe because she consumed the large intestine of Fumiko, she has some thought, like he's connected to Fumiko in that regard, and that's why he's able to picture her there. Like, who knows? Whatever the case is, let me know in the comment section down below, because I want to know. I'm very curious to what you guys' thoughts are on that development, because I myself am a little confused. I have some ideas, like I said, I told you guys, but I still want to hear you guys' thoughts on the whole situation. So like I was saying, as all that is happening, she's like, hey, I'm here and I'm gonna pick. My whole goal was to pick whoever is most likely to win, and at this point it looks like Yoshida and them. So she's like, hey, Yoshida, I'm giving you my heart, take everything, like just take everything you need so you can use your octopus devil to its full, you know, extent. Similar to like, cause she's given her whole life for this. Similar to like Himeno, once again, she's the bootleg Himeno, just saying. Even the way she dies, or presumably she dies, is gonna be like similar, protecting Aki, Fumiko protecting Yoshida. So a lot of parallels here. And we see that as Yoshida's like, okay, that's fine by me. And you see that Yoshida's like, okay, octopus, go ahead. And the octopus devil seems like to go full strength, because we see like this big entity break the entirety of the hideout where the public safety was with the agent devil. And there's this big devil looking thing, and it's like a face. It gave me like some Ava vibes, for like Ray's face in like the end of Ava. But we see this big like head popping out, and it seems to be like the octopus devil or something along those lines. Maybe we'll see in the next chapter the octopus devil full power fight pretty much the agent devil, and that might be what turns it around. If Pochita and the octopus devil can be able to, you know, defeat the agent devil. But yeah, that's how the chapter ends. And a very interesting, like I said, a very interesting note with Fumiko and her development with that. Like I said, there's a lot of craziness in this chapter and a lot of freakiness, and I'm all here for it. Now, but in a serious note, I thought this chapter was fantastic, and I think that in the next few, maybe 1 or 2 chapters from now, I think this battle is going to be wrapped up, because it feels like it's hitting the climax of the agent devil versus the crew. And I'm very curious to see what Yoshida will do after the fact, because he just seems like whatever about Fumiko, which, by the way, once again shows how like cold-hearted he is, and why you should not be trusting Yoshida. Because I still have my finger on him, being like, no, you're sus. Like, you're definitely sus. If this was Among Us, my man will be the imposter day one. But with all that being said, what did you guys think about this week's chapter? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys thought it was alright? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Chainsaw Man, as well as more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.